Hi everybody, this is Tiffany Blair again from the Avalon Center. I'm a sexual assault advocate for Fentress, Morgan, and Roane County. Today I wanted to talk about elder sexual abuse. So elder sexual abuse most often occurs when caregivers or others violate the trust that were given to care for an elderly person and taking advantage of that person sexually. Perpetrators target elderly people who they believe are vulnerable and easy targets. They also abuse the elderly because they believe they will not be punished if they abuse elderly who are isolated from family or easily confused. Although elder sexual abuse can occur anywhere, it tragically occurs most often in nursing homes. So, what is elder sexual abuse? So, elder sexual abuse is the initiation of physical or sexual contact with an elderly person when that contact is non-consensual or unwanted. This abuse also includes making contact with an elderly person who is confused or unable to give consent. Whether or not the contact was significant or minor, if it is sexual in nature and non-consensual, it is sexual abuse. Both rape of an elderly person and unwanted touching can count as elderly sexual abuse. So, some types of elder sexual abuse can include unwanted touching, sexual assault and battery, sexual photography, rape, and forced nudity. Perpetrators can be spouses or intimate partners. They can be family members. If they're in a facility such as a nursing home, it could be staff, volunteers, visitors, or other residents. They can also be strangers or acquaintances as well. Some important facts about elder sexual abuse is that 70% of reported abuse occurs in nursing homes. Only 30% of victims of elder sexual abuse report it to the authorities. The perpetrator is the primary caregiver 81% of the time. Elderly women are 6 times more likely than men to be sexually assaulted. So, who is at most risk of elder sexual abuse? In most cases, elder sexual abuse occurs when the potential perpetrator feels like he or she can inflict abuse without any punishments or repercussions. For that reason, those who are most at risk are the elderly who are already the most vulnerable. Women are traditionally seen as weaker than men and less able to protect themselves. Elderly women are much more likely than elderly men to suffer from sexual abuse. Age is also a factor, and nursing home residents who are older are at greater risk of abuse. Elderly that suffer from dementia, Alzheimer's, or other forms of memory impairment are also of higher risk due to the fact that these individuals are often confused and the perpetrator believes that no one will believe their complaints. So, other risk factors for sexual abuse include social isolation from families and others, neglect from caregiver and family, or they can have physical disabilities. So here are some signs of elderly sexual abuse. They can include unexplained STDs and infections. If you see physical trauma, there's bruises in genital areas, thighs, or breast. Unexplained vaginal bleeding, clothing that has been torn, stained, or covered in blood. Increased difficulty walking or sitting. Depression or withdrawal, anxiety, or excessive fear around caregiver or others, agitation and abrupt change in mood. If physically able, they may even try to flee the residence. There are many reasons elder sexual abuse is underreported. Some of these reasons may be that the victims may be unable to report due to physical and cognitive limitations or other medical conditions. So victims may be uncomfortable discussing sexual subjects. They may feel ashamed and embarrassed. They may be a fear of losing their spouse, partner, family member, or caregiver. Victims may also be unaware that the contact is sexual abuse. So, for example, spousal rape. So the question is, what can we do to assist these victims? A few ways to assist the victim is start by believing their stories. Recognize the signs of sexual abuse. Ask non-blaming questions to get a better understanding of the situation. Support the victim and report the abuse to the right authorities. So that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Bye.